All right. So, I think the thing we need to talk about is what is this whole last 90 days thing? And it's simple. It's just the last 90 days of the year. I wanted to just put out this video to give you guys a starting point on where you could start your last 90 days. Now, I'm going to assume that you're here and you're following me and watching this video either because A, you're my friends and family and you're super supportive, or B, because you have tried to do stuff like this before and it hasn't worked. And I have been there. I've totally been there. Hi. I wanted to make another video to answer some questions and kind of get you all on board with this thing. Basically, what is the last 90 days challenge? Why should you care? Why should you do it? And what am I doing to give you an idea? What is it? It is where you take the last 90 days and you start doing some new habits, or you work on or complete projects that you've been working on throughout the year and really push to make the last 90 days of the year go out with a bang. So you start the year on a positive note. I think the natural inclination is to get to the end of something and kind of slack off. But if you ever run track and field, they always tell you that that last couple feet to the finish line, that's when you push your hardest. You throw your hands back, you lead with your heart, and you just race towards the finish line. And that's basically what we're gonna do here. So what we're gonna do for the last 90 days of 2020 is we are gonna lead with our heart, and we are gonna sprint to the finish line, doing the best we can to make sure that we finish on top. I think it's easier to do something like this when you have a finish line. I mean, if we were good, if I was good at not procrastinating, I am very good at procrastinating, but if I was good at not procrastinating, I wouldn't set these little goals for myself. And I think that when you have something to work towards, or a set time period, it is easier to achieve something. I have ridden in the Apple Cider Century Race, which is a bicycle race where you can ride up to 100 miles. I did 50 miles, and it was really the thing that got me more into trail riding on my mountain bike, because I had this deadline, like it's happening in August, or I forgot what month it was, but it's happening in this month, and I have to be ready to ride 50 miles. So I'd start out and I'm like, geez, I'm only riding 2 miles a day. I'm never gonna get there, but I did it. In the end, I did it. And it was good to have that goal because I could space out the time, I could judge my progress, and that's why doing this here is really beneficial, because you have the time, you can put down your projects, you can put down your habits, you can mark it off, you can keep track of it and really see the progress you're making. And I've used the word gamification before, and I just think it's really important. I think it's important of all aspects of life, and I think that's why a lot of businesses are picking up on it, is because humans inherently have a competitive nature, some more than others. And if you have something to work towards, even if you're just competing against yourself, if you have something where you can see your progress and your goals, you are better at it. That's why kindergartens and preschools all have the little stickers that you put when you clean up your toys or go to the bathroom or whatever. Like, everyone responds well to this type of progress tracking. So that's one reason why you should do it. Another reason I think you should do the last 90 days challenge is that you know what right now is. Like, 2020 has been a pretty suck year. I think we can all agree on that. There has been a lot of things nobody expected. There's been a lot of stuff thrown at everyone that we've had to learn to deal with, that we've had to learn to adjust to. Basically a new world right now with how things are. But we know what that is. We're in it right now and we're dealing with it. And you can think that 2021 is going to be better, and you can hope for it, and I hope for it. If we wait for 2021 to start this, you don't know. 2021 could start off with a fucking hurricane in Wisconsin, like from Lake Michigan, and then a Yeti comes down from Canada, and then you were like, damn, I wish I would have started this 3 months ago. But you know what now is. You know what right now is. Why would you wait? To me, it's just as simple as that. It's like, you know what right now is. You know what you have right now. Why would you wait? Of course it could get better. Of course there could be a better time. But it could also be worse, and there could be a worse time. No one's going to tell you what that perfect moment is, and currently, nobody can predict or see the future. So we can't wait. We can't bet on the fact that 2021 is going to be better. If it is, then think of the great head start you will have doing this 90 days thing. And finally, I think that a lot of times it doesn't matter what you do as long as you do something. I went to Thunder Ranch, and Clint Smith used to say this, and he used it in terms of self-defense, but I think it can be applied to a lot of points of your life. A lot of times we have so many choices and so many options and so many things that we want to do that we don't do anything because, oh, if you commit to this, you can't do that, or if you start this, it'll take money away from that, or there's a lot, right? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one you choose. It's your life. None of them are wrong. Just do something. Don't just sit there and be a dumpling. Like, do something. And so that is why I think you should do it. All right, let me talk about some tips for setting goals, because I think this is the hardest part. So a habit is something that you do regularly, like, working out, petting the cat, brushing your teeth. And a goal is an idea of the future or a desired result that you envision, plan, and commit to achieve. A lot of people recommend the SMART goal setting technique. I'll put something here or here. Everyone stretch. No, okay, so SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So that's what you want for your goals. A goal isn't, lose weight or get fit. It's lose 10 pounds in 3 months, or run a mile in less than 10 minutes within 2 months. Like, you need all those specific things in there so you can measure your progress and put the specific tools in place to help you achieve your goal. So if you just have a plain goal like lose weight without any specifics to it, you won't know what tools you need to achieve it. You don't know what you need to cut out, you don't know what you need to do, and you don't know how long it's going to take or what result you're going to be happy with. If you lose 3 pounds, technically you lost weight. Is that enough? Were you hoping for 50 pounds? Is that even achievable in the time frame that you wanted? Did you want to lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks because you're going on a cruise? Well, you probably should have started that sooner. So that's why you need to have these actionable and measurable goals so you can choose the right tools and plan it out and be successful. I assume that you are always doing these things for yourself, because if someone was telling you to do these things, like join a book club or lose weight, you probably wouldn't be searching out videos on the internet on how to do it. You would be it would be a much different situation, let's just say that. So you're doing this for yourself, regardless of what the goal is at the end. But yourself, or, I'll use myself needs something at the end. You can't just be like, lose weight, because, I think we've probably all tried that, and it hasn't worked. I have definitely tried that, but I get it. People all the time tell you, do it for yourself, do it for your health, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like there's a lot of you out there who are going to agree with me on this one, is that that's not necessarily enough motivation to get you out there. Have something to work for, like you're prepping for a marathon, or, a lot of these are based around fitness, but you could just have read a book for a book club. If you want to start reading more, I think it's really great to join a book club. So you have a deadline, because they'll usually give you the book and tell you that they will be discussing it on a certain date. So I have to read this book by this date, and you can determine how many pages you need to read every day. I think that having something like that to work towards is very important. One of the reasons that I am doing these videos and posting all my stuff on Instagram is because if I shout this out to the world, it will be a lot harder to not do this. It is very easy to procrastinate and not do things, especially if you don't tell anyone. If no one knows you're doing it, there's no reason to do it. So even if you are just telling your journal, I think that, I still think that That's probably the minimum. Writing in your planner or your journal so you can see all the days, but I have definitely done that before and still cheated myself because I'm the only one reading the journal, or you can slip that into a drawer and never look at it again and never see your shame. So I think it's important, either tell your friends, tell your family, make an Instagram account just for your goal where you can post updates, put out YouTube videos, put out Twitter posts, drop a comment below, follow me on Instagram, put comments there. I mean, anything you want to do, whatever. Tell someone what you're doing, though, because not only does it help hold you accountable, but they can cheer you on. They can cheer you on for your successes, and they can cheer you on during your failures to make sure that you don't give up. So I think it's very important. When you set a goal, it's very easy to get off track. One of my goals is to open a new business, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into opening a new business. If I took that whole list, I would be spinning my wheels for months. I would not get anywhere. It would seem like I'm making progress because I'm technically doing stuff for the business, but I'm not making any forward progress. So the mind map or the visual brainstorming is very helpful because when you set your goal, I am going to open a business in, 3 months. And then what are your milestones, your major milestones required to open that business? I need to find a location. I need to, renovate the location to fit my needs. I need to get the permit from the city that says I'm ready to open. And, I need to get my inventory in stock. Now, there is a ton of things renovate the space. Like, that is the biggest goal ever. But that has to happen. Like, if that space isn't ready to open, like ready to use, you couldn't open your business. So it starts with your center goal, does your 4 main milestones, and then from there you can bubble off anything that you think you might need. Like, for renovations, well, I need to find a contractor, I need to find an electrician, I need to write up a floor plan, I need to source materials. What can I find on eBay? What can I do myself? And I can write all these things down and make more lines and graphs off them. But it's easier that way. And then you can really look at the priorities. So when you're off track here, building a web page with funny little moving graphics for your store, like, I get that. All stores should have a web page, or all businesses should have a web page. It is important to your business, but will it get you open by the end of the year? Is it necessary? No, that's what you need to do and focus on. So whenever you're getting off track, you can always refer back to your milestones and help keep you focused and moving forward and achieve your goal. That being said, you should always allow for cheat days. Just like they do in exercise, you need to allow them for your mind. Your brain is a muscle. It gets tired if you work it every day, just like your body would. Just like if you did arms day every day, your arms would get tired. So sometimes it is fun to, set aside and work on a website or a logo, or pick out fabrics for the drapes, or, things that may not be super important, but will give your mind a rest, or something fun that you enjoy doing, because that will actually make you more successful. If you ease back a little bit, you may be able to push harder because you won't be as tired. Just remember that with the planner and the time limits and your milestones, you can always refer back so you don't get too far off course. All right, so let me take you through my journal and what I've done so far. It has a little fox. I'm gonna do that every time. All right, so started filling out my goals and doing my mind maps. As you can see, I have 4 goals. My 5th one is empty. My goals that I am doing in the last 90 days is I am working to open a new business, and I want to be completely ready to open this business by the end of the year. So I have, that is that's the goal and the time frame. And my milestones are, to get the finances in order, get a lawyer to help with all the legal issues like the lease and any licenses I need, any permits, finding the space and renovating that space, getting that space ready to launch, and then getting the approval from the city to open. So that is this one right here. My second one is to get my boat restored. The boating season here is probably almost over. I think usually it ends like either November 1st or December 1st. But I want to have it ready for next year, and I want to get it out. Right now it's in dry storage, but it's outside, so I want to get it indoor storage. So this year we'll get it all restored and finished. So next year, on the first day of boating season, it's ready to dump in the water and motorboat out. So yeah, my goals there are to move it to covered storage, to get the title and everything transferred to my name. It's a very old boat, so currently it's not titled, which has been a major issue getting the stickers for it in the state that I live in now, to get it stripped and repainted, and then to get the any motor or mechanical repair done. Those are my 4 milestones. I actually have an accountability partner besides you guys on this one. That's my brother, because I need his expertise in helping me do a lot of this stuff, including just backing up the trailer into the storage center. My third goal is to get my car repaired. This one I also want to do before it gets too cold in here, in this state that I'm in. Really, this one is a twofold for me. It is, my car is generally expensive to repair because it's hard to find parts for. So this is a new venture for me in repairing it myself. Again, using my brother's expertise to help. So he's, again, my accountability partner on this one. But it has some issues, like the headliner's falling down, the gas cap doesn't like pop, it has a button to press that pops open the gas cap, which isn't working anymore. A few of the speakers are blown for various reasons. I mean, yes, it's totally because I listen, I like bump those tunes really loud. And then I wanted to just polish up the inside a little bit. Some of the floor mats are worn out, and stuff like that. So I want to get some of that repaired. Again, I have the deadline of the end of the year for this, the end of the 90 days, but I have those milestones, and then I have like what are the steps and what I need to order and what I need to get so I can get my car fixed. This goal is important to me because it would be saving me money, which I could then put towards my first goal of opening the business. So I think it's beneficial in 2 ways. Not only would my car be nicer to drive, but it would also support the first goal. So. And then finally, the fourth goal I have is the easiest, I think, to comprehend, but it is the Goodreads Book Challenge. So at the beginning of the year, I committed to reading 25 books over 2020. I'm about halfway done. I have read 13, so I have 12 books left. So I have written out, I got to read about 4 books a month to finish this by December 31st and hit my goal. Here I was doing some math and writing out like what books I'm currently in the middle of and when I finish the goal, so I can see that I've done it before, that this isn't hard, I just need to do it. And then for this first milestone, I wrote out the 4 books that I want to read this month, so I know this month these are the 4 books I want to read. Alright, so those are my 4 goals. You can see I started filling in some of the other stuff. Here's October, where I put little birthdays and workout days and days I have appointments. I haven't totally finished yet, but I'm starting to use my stickers to make it fun. So my first week plan. The first week plan I filled out, start the 90 days challenge, move the boat to new storage, and get the final Pathfinder chapter into Roll20. Those are my big things that I want to do this week. Then I just have some little work to-dos and personal to-dos. My personal to-do is don't get caught up in the drama. I just wanted to remind myself on this first week, don't get caught up in the drama. But my work to-dos that I would like to get done this week: review a work contract, set up some payroll, do the payroll, and then visit some locations for the business that I want to open. So those are some things that I have this week that I want to do. And then the habits that I want to start to implement this week is exercise for at least 30 minutes a day. I want to play with my cats for at least 15 minutes a day. And that's focused, being mindful and present and focused on them. That's not just like me reading the book and petting them or watching TV and petting them. I want to stop what I'm doing and do something with them, whether it's play with the wand or pet them or brush them or whatever, just something so they know. I want to read daily, and that goes back to my Goodreads challenge, is that right now I get a lot of screen time. I'm either pretty much on my computer until I go to bed, Or if I want to mix it up, I will watch some TV while I eat, because then I can use both my hands to eat. I would really like to start working in reading, and that will help me achieve my Goodreads goal of finishing the 12 books by the end of the year. And then finally, I have relax before bed. And that's again because I have a lot of screen time. I'm working pretty much right until I go to bed, or playing video games right until I go to bed, or on the weird off nights watching TV, and then I pretty much brush my teeth, wash my face, and go to bed, and then wonder why I'm laying up for 2 hours restless and unable to fall asleep. So I'd like to implement, I don't know if it's meditation or just a mindfulness routine, something that can calm my brain down at night and help me rest and get soothed for the evening, so when I am ready to go into bed, I'm actually tired and my body knows that it's time for sleep. Those are the habits that I would like to try and implement this week. I will show you guys the few days that I've done so far. I mean, it's only been a few days, but yeah, so I got my first days filled in, start the challenges, my review, how it went, some appointments. My days aren't very balanced yet, but you can see like my work to do, I didn't check any off, so don't feel bad if you're not 100% successful, because I'm certainly not, and I don't expect you guys will be either. That's just how it is. The point is that you want to get better. So these one, I didn't check anything off, but you'll see day 2, I got a lot more personal things done. Still no business things, but you know, we'll get there. And then, you know, this is today's date, so here's the things I want to do today. Get out the vlog, you know, it's cleaning day in my house, so I'm going to do my cleaning. And there's my affirmation. I haven't done the day review because it's the end yet. So, and then I also have started filling in ahead a little bit. Like tomorrow, I know I need to do grocery shopping and Amazon returns. So I've started filling in just a few days. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but if you have appointments or things you know that need to happen on certain days, you can certainly move ahead and fill those in, because you don't want to forget about them, and you definitely want to have them worked in your schedule. You don't have to do your planner just every day in the morning. You can plan ahead. So that's where I am, and I hope you guys are doing just as well and following along. I'm excited that you guys are coming along with me on this journey. I hope you are anyway. If not, I'm excited to tell you all about my journey. So, see ya!